welcome back. We're on to step 4. Now for today's lesson, we're going to take a break from the exercises and we're just going to jump into a little fun, what I call church worship movement. So this is something that you could play in your service. You could play it as talk music. You could play it in a meditative time. You could play it during prayer. You could play it even if the pastor is trying to drive home a point that is reflective. You could play it, okay? It's a beautiful progression, but it's also a concept, and that's why I want to teach it to you. Now, what we were going to do in the key of C, we are going to take 4 notes that we are just going to play in our right hand. And that's pretty much it. Now, in our left hand, we're going to play any note we want in the key of C. That's right. You could play any note you want in the key of C, okay? And the 4 notes are going to be G, C, D, and G, okay? And you're just going to play that over. I call these kind of like a waterfall movement. So you can just play that over and over, okay? And in your left hand, like I said, you could pick any note, okay, in the key of C. So I'm just going to randomly choose some. I'm sure you've probably heard that in some moments, or even, you know where else you could use this? You could use this if you're coming out of a song, playing a song, and you want to sustain that song. You want to stay in that moment. So the song's finished, it's over, but you still want to keep that atmosphere going in whatever the song was, okay? You can throw it in there. I'm showing you, it could be any note in the key of C. Okay? And that's a simple concept. So I thought for today, I just give you, take a break from the norm and give you just not an exercise, but a concept and just something sweet that you could play, you could use in your church service in many different moments. Okay? If it was talk music, you can play it really slow. Totally up to you what you want to, how you want to play it. Okay, and I keep going to the 4, but you don't have to go to the 4. And actually, now that I said the 4, I might as well introduce you quickly to what I mean by the 4. Okay, so in the key of C, you know you have these notes, these 8 notes. Okay, but if you give every single note a number, so the first note is C, you give that 1. The next note is D, you give that a number 2. Next note is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when you're practicing your scales and your chord scale, whatever note you're on, I want you to say the numbers. So say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, or 8. Okay? But I want you to say that, okay? So in this moment, when I said I went to the 4, I'm talking in the left hand. You'll notice I went to the F, and the F is 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th note in the key of C. So that's what I meant by going to the 4. So this would be 4 in the left hand, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay? And in the right hand, you'd be playing 5, 1, 2, 5. Okay, so I hope that lesson helped you today. You take it and run with it, make it yours. You could even use it outside of the key. So it doesn't always work, but just to give you a quick example, you can use this note. If you want to build A lot of times if you want to build tension, I always say use the notes outside of the key, and that will build tension. Okay, but I'm just showing you that music is so open to interpretation. There's so many different moves you could do. There's so many different notes you could choose from, but for now, just begin with that basic concept. Okay, just learn that concept, practice it. Like I said, 5-10 minutes a day, and you'll be flying in no time. All right, so I hope these lessons have been blessing you, and you'll continue to subscribe and follow Fast Track Music. Okay, be blessed.